the magic of the gods. Desperate. Have you ever dabbled in?
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Take this. Hello, Harry Live. How are you today? The Pan Sanctum.
Need to wait. I've had enough of it.
Come on. You're dead meat. He's dead meat. Is the stream okay? I don't know, I just started the stream. For now, in the beginning, it looks okay. But what will happen later, nobody knows. Plenty of items. Hello, fam. How are you doing, guys? Are you relaxing this Sunday? Da, 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 da. Boom. Pan, the god of the wild, is no more.
I can't do that.
Paludrons, paludrons. I have to go sell. Here goes village. Coffee village.
I've been thinking.
Gave most of my...
I need the cooldown rates from that item. Movement speed, movement speed. Okay, critical rage leaper. I'm a leaper.
I've had enough of
Opa. Da, 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 da. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up the items. Attack speed. Critical hit chance, mine is better. Okay, let's go to the other boss. I never stood a chance. Yes, hello Chan-chan. How is your weekend? I want to go there, so I will go there. Teleport to that place so that you can go to that other place. Pick up the stuff. Vitality, life steal. Da, 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 da. Pa, 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 ra, pa, pa. Rogue. Yeah, enhanced critical hits at critical damage. Relaxing. You are not in the mood for gaming. You just try to make the Sudoku game. You are coding a game. Are you making a game? Will you try to sell your game, or are you doing that only for fun or whatever? Aha, green. Just for fun. Aha. I don't even know what the Sudoku game is, how you play that game. Is that a Japanese game? $75,000 gold. Okay, I'm becoming rich. Unfortunately, this boss doesn't have a chest to open and get loot. Can you wear pads now? If you have the right item, yes, you can. It says it's from Switzerland. Did I think it was from Japan? The cousin of crosswords game but with numbers. You missed. I need more items to drop from this boss. Hello, Roy. How are you today? Okay, all these gravestones say the same thing. Ποιο και υγεία και υγεία, ποιο και υγεία, ποιο υγεία, ευδίκ. Ευδίκ, ποιο. Tyrion. Κόφιον. Ήταν η έπειτα στα μυαλά σου να φας. Not possible. Now it is. Pyrgos village. Oh, the villagers.
Need quality, are you?
No good items. Okay, the game is not lagging, or the stream is not lagging. Let's go back there, kill that boss a couple of more times, and then I will go to another boss, to Poka boss. Today you deleted your first character, it died a lot. Oh. After that 4.3 gigabytes patch. What patch is that? Did Titan Quest 2 receive a 4 gigabytes patch today? I didn't see anything like that. Level up. Roy, I have no idea. But today I didn't see my game getting any patches. Maybe it did get a patch and I didn't see that, but maybe I didn't pay attention. I don't know. The size, no specific patch you can see. Oh, I feel sorry for the boss. It is so easy to farm this boss, the poor little boss. Give me more. I don't hate this boss. This is something I have to do. It is my duty to destroy the boss. Boom! August 14th. Yeah, okay, I know about that one. Okay, I will get this level by destroying this boss and then I will move on, I will go somewhere else. In about 3 days, guys, 4 days, the new big update of Last Epoch will come out. Will you play that game? Okay, one more. The final one against this boss. Silos! You skipped downloading that at that time, then you forgot not to start downloading. Ah! Okay, then yeah, it is your mistake. One, two, three, four. We've got 4 points here. Let's go 1 point there. Increased critical hits. I can max out this one, but I don't really need to max out this one. Warfare. Physical damage, spent 2 points here. Damage physical, increased strike, damage at stagger power, pierce at bleeding power. Let's go damage physical. Preparation. Oh yeah, I decided to use a conversion to pierce damage. 1, 2, 3. So max it out. And we are good to go. Now, where do we go now? Let's go down to that boss, although I'm afraid that Hippocabos boss will... maybe it will destroy my stream. Maybe. Θηρεός. Boom, 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 boom. Nice loot. You can try hiding it 2-3 times, only not more than that. It does crash the game, you've had him more than 3 times. Yeah, I can do him 3 times and then go somewhere else and a little bit later come back. Maybe.
That's not possible.
Spear, boots, hiton, bow.
That's not possible.
I will have to go sell items again and come back.
High quality iron.
Poison room, fair. Again, cooldown rate. That one has the cooldown rate. I need a better helmet with cooldown rate. Wait, this could be an upgrade to 1-1. No. Let's go back there to pick up the items and go to another area. I don't drop many items very often. It is only this boss or pan boss that drop many items. Aristomenes boss doesn't drop many items, only a couple of items. CPU usage when I fight the horse. Let me turn this on. Yeah, how? Wait. CPU, RAM. On RAM it says that I have available about 2.5 gigabytes of RAM. Let's go to the fight and I will tell you. CPU 60%, 52% or it is not much. CPU is 45, a route to 45 to 54%, and RAM is 13 gigabytes. I still have, right now I have 2.8 gigabytes available RAM, and about 46% CPU usage, and OBS has 14% CPU usage, so about 60% overall. That's not the issue. I don't think that this is the issue that causes those problems. Steinmetz, yeah, this game is awesome. It has very good atmosphere. So right now it says 2.9 gigabytes of RAM available. I think that it is the game. It is not optimized, and sometimes maybe there is a memory leak, I don't know what, and it fucks up my stream as well, sometimes. I think this is the reason. It is not my RAM or my CPU, especially not my CPU. Let's go again. Again, 13.2 gigabytes RAM right now, and 2.8 gigabytes available, free RAM. CPU, it goes up to 55%, but that's it. It doesn't go higher. $53, $46, $47, $46, 44% CPU, $49, $47, 13 gigabytes of RAM, 45 CPU, 43. This is the RAM because you have to take into consideration that the Windows itself uses 4 gigabytes. Yeah, Windows uses 4 gigabytes of RAM. Here it says, I'm looking at the RAM, it says, I think that I'm looking at Task Manager for the RAM. What I'm looking at, as far as I know, is the overall usage of the RAM. For example, if I turn off the game, the RAM that the PC uses anyways will be at around 4 gigabytes or 5. If I turn on the game, the RAM of the system, right now it says 13.0 gigabytes. So it is not like just because the system requirements say minimum RAM 16 gigabytes, the game uses 16 gigabytes. That's not how it works. It is both, right now, the game uses about, I would say, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and Windows uses 5 gigabytes of RAM at the same time. And we are at, right now it is 13.3 gigabytes. And it says available RAM 2.5 gigabytes. If you have dual monitor setup, buy a new chip GPU does not be good on that monitor, you will have OBS open. Chan boy, do you mean to install two GPUs on the same PC? I cannot do that. Uh, let's go do some gambling, you never know. What do you think overall about TQ2 better than TQ1? No, currently Titan Quest 1 is the best. But Titan Quest 2 has great potential. It can become a great game. It already is a great game. But it can become a much, much better game. But no, okay, we cannot really compare it to Titan Quest 1 because Titan Quest 1 is a complete game. It has received so many patches, so many expansions, it has so many gameplay features. It is coded rich. It is much better optimized than this one, although totally game engine outdated and it needs, that one also needs optimization or modernization. How much do I have? Weapon cold damage 2110. Iya 200 σκατά. Fire damage. Nope. Okay, let's buy one more. And it was a white item. The one more was a white one. What is the cheapest you can get a 60GB RAM stick where you live? I wouldn't get one stick of RAM. Currently I have 2 sticks of RAM installed. They come in a pair. It is the same RAM 2 times. I don't have only one. I'm running dual channel RAMs. We can go defeat the other boss. Let's get into the portal. Funny thing is that this boss here. Funny thing is that there is a store, a nice store that sells parts. And as I have seen these days, is the only store currently in my city that has, or at least they say on their website, that they have the exact same RAM I'm using, they have it available. The price is 49, let's say 50 euros. 49 euros and 80 cents, something like that. It is a pair, a pair of 8 gigabyte RAMs. So if I got it, I could get that pair of 8 gigabytes RAM, which is exactly the same as the modules I'm using. It is the exact, not identical, 100% the same. And I could install it. Funny enough is that my motherboard has 4 slots for RAM. And if I decided to buy that pair anyways, I would be able to install it, and I would have 4 RAMs, the exact same module 4 times. I would have 32 gigabytes. Yeah, it is, we are talking about the exact same modules of RAM that I'm using. This one right now, the price is around 50 euros. It is a pair of 8 gigabytes. I will jab you to death, dude. Okay. Yes. This what you're doing today is like boss runs in Titan Quest 1 for XP, which are all ways you can level up your character fast. I'm doing, yeah, here I'm doing boss runs mostly for items, not so much for XP in this game. But I'm doing it for both anyways, you know, there aren't many things you can do to farm XP in Titan Quest 2 because it is just one acted, one chapter. Not enough content, so... In Titan Quest 1 though, if you are playing Titan Quest 1 on PC specifically, and you want to... let's suppose that you have finished the campaign and you just go to farm XP and you want to reach the level cap of your character. One of the best ways to do so is to install a mod which is called Xmax. That mod will bring it will put more enemies to the maps of the game, the whole game, and it will also increase the number of bosses. So you go, for example, to fight Typhon boss, instead of one instance of the boss, one unit, you will have 3 units. So you will be fighting against Typhon 3 times. And this way you can increase the energy, not energy, the experience that you gain from enemies. Another way to increase the experience that you gain from enemies in Titan Quest 1 is to use the cursed shrines. There are 8 curses. For each one of the curses that you put on your character, you gain 3% increased experience. So, if you activate all 8 curses, you will have constant 24% increased experience, so long as your curses are activated on you. But curses, of course, can kill you because they reduce your resistances. So there is that as well. There isn't a shop here. I have to get out again. Looks good. 32 gigs is very good for whole PC performance over. It probably is, but since
Please.
I don't see any other reason to upgrade, I'm not going to upgrade.
Oh, keen to...
$15 health. Regen. Attack speed. Area damage. 42 weapon energy drain damage. Let's go back to that boss. Swagger I don't have. I haven't made a video for this build. I will make a video, but I haven't, not yet. Do you like it? I think this is my favorite build in this game so far. Of all the builds I have seen or played myself. It is a, you could say, a default weapon attack, primary attack build. Very, very simple. And also you have this one. You can jump over your enemies.
So it was Aristomenes. I knew it. Good luck out there.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Activate. Killing this enemy will make you sneeze. You've seen a lot of people running trickshot, lethal strike, it's fair to some other builds. Yeah, the great thing is that there are so many different builds you can make already. Yo, yo. Ah, it is empty. My inventory is empty. $31.
I need to wait.
Might, vigor. 2 points, let's go physical damage. I also want to max out this one. Okay. Next round. 2000 cost. The cost is going up now. It's a great feeling to be able to life steal undead enemies. Cost 2010. This boss is probably the most efficient way to level up currently in this game. You waste zero time running through enemies and things like this. All you need to do is to have gold enough to be able to respawn the boss, and then you start the fight.
Need to wait.
But the bad thing is that this boss doesn't drop many items. So, come on. Get inside. Let's go sell the items and I will go back to the other boss. The Pan. The god boss. That goes the hero boss. The ghostly hero boss. I will go to the godly boss.
Quality iron.
309. That boss is up there. Ta-da-da-da-da. Ta-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ta-da-da-da-da. Respawn the boss, 2010 Gold Coast.
I've had enough of
Actually, I should go and increase the levels, the minimum levels of the enemies. I will level up to level 32 and then I will increase the level. Oh yeah. Okay. Because I'm almost at level 32, so better do it this way. Bam, 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 bam. Dead meat. But this boss doesn't give so much experience. The other boss is much better. Hello, Zitro. Did I get lucky with good blue items? I have picked up a few blue items, but not all of the blue items.
That's not possible. I can't do that.
Yeah. This boss is not good for farming. Here goes. I will go again to this Epilogos boss to see if that one will give
Need quality iron.
more XP than God pair. What was that? Critical hit chance. What is my critical hit chance? 15% only. I should increase it. 16% only. There you go. Okay. So here it is lagging. I had the inventories up and it was lagging. Let me see.
Make
Are you going to lag again? No. Yeah, now that it was lagging, I saw that the RAM was going up. Right now I have about 1.7 gigabytes RAM available. Although it is not lagging right now. It is okay. I don't know, this is very strange. Let's go to this epilogos. These epilogos. All blue items are better than your green one. Yeah, this is normal. Now for a second, yeah, I don't know why this is happening. This is normal because not all blue items are supposed to be better than your green items or items that you have on your build currently, because, for example, some blue items are more specific ones. They have stats that support, let's say, if you fight the Coral Mace, which is a mace, one-handed mace weapon. That one, it is mostly an item for builds that use cold damage, things like this. So if you are playing something that has nothing to do with that type of damage, that item could be inferior to an item that you are already using, and I forgot to increase the levels of the enemies. This is normal, it is not like every single blue item is supposed to be better than all the items that you use. Okay, also this boss doesn't really give too much experience.
Not enough energy.
Ritual successful. Easy. But the XP I gain from this one is too low. So, actually this boss is maybe the best boss in the whole game to farm for getting very quickly drops. To go and sell the items it drops. So, for making gold very quickly, you come to this boss, you farm this boss like this, he drops multiple items. You pick up the items, you go, you sell the items, you come back, you farm the boss to get more items, to sell them to make gold. Because the XP this boss gives is very low, it is that good. So, you come to this specific boss for gold farming. Let's go back to Pyrgos. Hello, Zuezen, what's up? Pick it. If I install 16 gigabytes more RAM, maybe this will go away, this problem.
Quality eye.
Minus 25 energy reserved. That is very good. Whoa. Minus 20 energy reserved. This is very good. Cold damage, fire damage. Yep.
Water. She saw water.
Ah, wait, I'm still level 31, no. I'm going to Aristomenes again to farm that boss. To level up and then increase the levels of enemies. How do I like Titan Quest 2 so far? Titan Quest 2 so far is a great game. As an early access or as the first version of this early access, it is very good. It needs bug fixes and such, as every single game does. The gameplay is super fun. Graphics, everything is super fun. The game is awesome overall. I think the game has very good potential to become one of the best. But the best is Titan Quest 1. And it is not going to be easy to top that one. We need more content. Yes, we do. Oh. Don't kill the boss. Kill the minions of the boss, not the boss. Okay. One more fight and then I'm leveling up the levels of enemies. Psyche, the stream is going fine today. For a few seconds we had some, it was going to crash again about 15 minutes ago. For about 10 seconds the lag was very huge. But thankfully now it is running okay. But I think that maybe if I install more RAM to my PC, double the RAM, maybe this problem will go away. I think there is 70% chance that this will happen. Level 32. I don't know its RAM, but I think that, look, because what I have seen is that, for example, about 15 minutes ago when this thing happened again, I was on this NPC and I had both inventories activated and I was doing stuff with items. And I saw the task manager, the usage of RAM going up. Also, other times where I have seen this thing happening, the stuttering and the lag, many times it was when the game was loading after I went into a portal, it was loading a new area, something like that. So maybe this is something to do with the RAM and how the game is loading up. Select, activate, 32 yes. Okay, it worked. So, now enemies are 32 level minimum plus 5 level. It is plus 5, right? Yeah, plus 5. Maybe we should get more pluses here. Plus 10 maybe, plus 25, plus 1000. How are you farming gold? I think that the best way currently to farm gold in this game is to go and farm the boss of this epilogos multiple times, pick up the items he drops and come back to sell the items and go back to that boss to kill it again, because that boss is almost next to that thing which you use to respawn the bosses anyways. Okay, where was I? Let's sell the items. Ah. I haven't found any legendaries. Kerplug said the game raises his VRAM sometimes. I don't know about VRAM, but right now, for example, my RAM is, I have only 1.5 gigabytes RAM available right now. But I don't see any lag. Although my RAM is, yeah, this is the issue. The game never uses my full amount of RAM. This makes things more confusing. Ah, I forgot to click on... Revive this arena's boss. It is becoming expensive. So here, do you know what GPU Kerplug uses? Because if the game eats so much of the VRAM of his GPU, this means that the game is the issue and not my PC or the PC of Kerplug or whatever. This means that maybe there is memory leak, as they call it, and the game needs fixing. It is not really our systems. And that would make sense to me because, as I have said... Oh! I died. If you run out of RAM, your PC will slow down. Yes, I know that this happens when you run out of RAM. I have 16 gigabytes, yes. (16 times 2), you have 16 times 2. I have 8 gigabytes times 2, 16 gigabytes. But the good thing is that my motherboard has 4 slots for RAMs. And I have a final, you could say, maybe chance to get the exact same RAM modules that I'm using right now. To get one more pair of the exact same RAM. And install it and have 32 gigabytes RAM. Only 2 item drops. This is the best boss for farming XP in the game. Yeah, 6 gigabytes that now these days you are running out. If you have 14 slots, you can try. I have 4 slots, but I don't have 4 modules. I have 2 modules. I will have to buy 2 more. Ah! I didn't see that coming. Hello, Dinos. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? I'm not fated to die here, Dinos. But I'm dead already. What?
I need to wait.
You think the best boss XP farm is Poka boss is super fast XP to 40? Without using gold? How did you do that without using gold? Every boss needs you to respawn it by spending gold. I rely too much on my health lifestyle. You have 24 gigabytes RAM. You respawn it one time, then you will jump again and out with your speed before the boss spawn. Ah, so so you were chasing the boss and you were killing the minions instead of killing the boss. Hello, Demo boy. A skill that is like a beam attack. I don't know, I haven't seen anything like that. Again, I didn't see that. Blink skill from stone teleport of arena after the crab, so it's the response they encounter, but they're gonna fix that. You should be able to blink out. Yeah, that is cheating actually. This is why they put those barriers, let's call them, when you fight bosses, because you are not supposed to get out of the boss arena. If you have a way to get out, then yeah, that shouldn't really be happening. You kill them and you level up. It works for now. Boom. Points. More points. Four points. $15. And next level up it will get maxed out. Resistances. Put him a fla- What? One more skeleton. That skeleton forgot to get killed. Next round. Do you know how I can complete the Ember's quest? You can complete the Ember quest up to a point, but not totally. The Ember's quest cannot be completed. Not yet. Nice, leveling up like a boss. One point. Let's max it out. Clancy hits. Nice. That can be completed when the complete game is released. Maybe. Who knows? But currently it cannot be completed. Now, in the future, who knows? Okay. Next round, 34 level.
Not yet. I need to wait. Not yet.
I also need cooldown reduction. Chuck. I cannot use my leap attack very frequently because I don't have cooldowns. Opa, what is this item? I think I picked up a great item. You've started to play Titan Quest 1 on PS5. After how many years? Weapon vitality damage, okay. Fire strike, we have 2474, 2448, 1763. This is still better. $2,480. Training Lamina. Horror 5 years. First time you played on PC. And now you are playing on PS5. Don't you like the PC version? Next, let's destroy them all. 35.
That's not possible.
It is not possible, they said. Let's get out of here. Go sell. You will have 3 characters at 40. River, Stormblade, Elemental is going for us, Stalker next. Which combination is Stormblade? Rogue and Storm Master is. You don't have a PC for games anymore, but you have PS for... Aha.
Made quality
That's a
iron.
shame, because the best version of Titan Quest 1 is the PC, of course. But still, if you can enjoy Titan Quest 1 on PS5, that would be awesome. $400 armor. Wow. But it is expensive. Cooldown rate. Lightning bolt, but you think you should have made it as a Tempest. Why? Rage gain, seismic leap. Let's go with this one. Pierce damage. Yes, I'm using not this one. Yes, blade honing to pierce damage, so let's go. How much is it? Masters. Oh. Nice hit! I need a better weapon. The overload mechanic. Only 2 classes with extra range bonuses, just goes to well better than rogue. Aha. So you got to play an overloaded raged character. A raging machine that overloads. 2 yellow items only. For your eyes only. You missed. My opinion on Super Crit. Yeah, I don't like when critical damage becomes the focus in action RPGs. Now, okay, look. We can always have the option, or we always have the option not to use a mechanic in a game. But of course, the problem will be in the future that everybody will create meta builds, and all meta builds will be super crit or super raged or super overloaded or something like that. Or super doom and super flow, overflow, and go with the flow. But we can always play things that we like. Now, if you ask me which game is better, Titan Quest or Titan Quest 2, of course, having super crits and the main focus to be on critical damage, then this is one more reason for me to say that Titan Quest 1 is better, because in Titan Quest 1, critical damage is the most OP thing, but critical damage is not the focus of the game. It is a side thing that you can choose to do, because it works only with melee attacks and only with melee attacks that deal physical or pierce damage. It doesn't work with any other type of attacks, and it doesn't work with any other types of damage, which restrains it somehow in a way. Which is totally fine, because it is an option instead of becoming something like mandatory if you go to become the best. Because in Titan Quest 1 you have so many different builds, and yeah, critical damage still is the highest. It can give you the highest possible damage output, DPS and whatnot, but you will have to build very, very well to do that. And you will have to find very great and rare, in many cases, items to be able to do that. And you will also have to combine very specific skills maybe to be able to do that. And also this is one of the reasons why I don't like Grim Dawn as much as I like Titan Quest, because in Grim Dawn you can deal critical damage with all types of attacks. But in Titan Quest it is limited. That's better in my opinion. You know, they can always nerf super crits, but still, I think that no matter how much you try to nerf it, it will always be OP. Because it is called super crit, and the mechanic should follow the name. If you ignore it like you can do in other games, but for any experimentation. Yeah, look, there is no experimentations to be had with super crazy video games. We all know that wherever in all of it, maybe there is an exception on Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr where you have critical damage, but the critical damage buffs are so low that I don't even know if it is possible to build an OP build based on critical damage in that game. Maybe it isn't, I haven't done it myself or I haven't seen it yet, but what I know for that game is that it has very, 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 very low numbers of critical damage buffs. But we know very well that on all games, on most games, action RPGs, that have critical damage mechanics, critical damage becomes the most OP thing in those games. Grim Dawn, Diablo 3, Diablo 4, what do you want? Titan Quest 1, where if you decide to make a critical damage build, the most OP build in that game is critical damage based Brigade, but Brigade class. But as I said before, it is, you know, you will have to actually be lucky to find very good items and spend hours to make that build really, really powerful and work and all these things. I don't know in Sacred Games, I don't remember Sacred Games if they have critical damage and how powerful it is. Yeah, Psyche, you see, this is the great thing with Titan Quest 1. In Titan Quest 1, we have also limitations that make sense. For example, you cannot cause automaton enemies or skeletons undead or ghosts undead to bleed. You cannot make them bleed, which means bleeding damage doesn't work on those types of enemies. Which limitations of this type, they bring, you know, more balance to a game. Especially to a game that is supposed to be about build diversity and have many different things and skills and whatnot. So, if they could somehow limit down the power of Super Crits in Titan Quest 2 to bring more balance to the game, then that would be fine, but can they do that? I don't know. Aha! Okay. We still have. Okay, let's go. You don't care about critical. This is not a competitive game. You play what you think was good for you. You really enjoy your horny build. Is that build of Kerplank's? Yeah, of course I remember the Soul Vizier mod. That mod was one of my favorite mods for Titan Quest 1. No, I'm not going to play Soul Vizier or any other mods. Okay. When directly used, gain additional 30 movement speed. Yeah, give me this one. And let's see how this works. Okay, next round. The mindset of thrashing other people's builds if your build is not doing the most damage. Yeah, this is one of the worst things about having OP mechanics in action RPGs. It is totally a very big shame. You're not killing me. At this point I need more energy. Why no more streams for Solvisa? It's really hard modding. Would love to see a guide for it. Because I don't want to play to live stream games that will give me only 10 viewers and it will be a waste of my time. I'm too old to do things like that. And also I don't care about playing Solvisa or other mods. I would rather play Titan Quest 1 and do all the things that still... There are so many items to collect that I haven't found yet in Titan Quest 1. There are so many builds to try out. Oh. This is not hardcore, no. I'll continue my hardcore character in the next live stream, but today I'm farming to reach the level cap with this character. Thanks for the follow, Koda. Welcome. Boom. The game froze in that moment, and this is why I died. So, and I saw that the FPS went down instantly. Yeah, Psyche, I do this, but I don't do it at every level up. I will do it later. I'm 36. Yeah, but if I level up here, at 37, I can do it again.
Made quality art.
It would be very boring to keep upgrading the levels of enemies for every single level up that you get. Hey Koda, welcome to the chat, what's up? Do you play Titan Quest? Are you one of the best? All people who play Titan Quest are one of the best. Whether it is Titan Quest 1 or Titan Quest 2. The bug is programmed only work with the first time you open up the interface. You've loved since the first one came out, but you're not the best, probably one of the... No, you are the best. You are one of the best. Not necessarily one of the best players, but you are one of the best players when it comes to choosing video games. Because Titan Quest is the best. Oh yeah. Okay, now I can go back and increase the level of the enemies of the area. To make it more challenging and start gaining more XP again. Okay, so now that the game was loading up and I came here, I saw that my FPS went down again. So maybe after all it has to do with RAM. If I install more RAM, maybe this problem will go away.
Made quality iron.
Trade. Thank you, Kostak. Stop stuttering, game. It is okay, but 37. I wouldn't need anything more than 32 gigabytes. Yeah, but I don't have 32 gigabytes, I have 16. That's the issue, probably. Then 10% attack speed. I got critical hits. Let's see. Thanks for the follow, Stavros Mipi. I need a better weapon. I need to replace my weapon. Game. Yes, yes. You don't understand the difference of primary attack 1 and 2. So, you have primary attack 1 and you have primary attack 2. The difference is that you can have... in this game you have two weapon setups. If I click... can you see this one which says 1? Number 1. 1 is the hotkey bar that works with the first weapon setup, this one. When I click the button, the hotkey that changes the weapon setup, it goes back to the second weapon setup. Here you see it says 2. I have an empty bar because I haven't put anything on my second weapon setup. And also I haven't put any weapons on my second weapon setup. This one is for the second weapon setup. This one, number 1, is for the first weapon setup. And the second one is for the second weapon setup. The second primary attack anyways. What does this mean? This means that you can have in the inventory, you have the 2 different weapon setups. On my second weapon setup, I don't have a weapon. And you can see that my second weapon setup bar is empty. I'm going to the first one where I have this weapon and I have this first bar which has some skills anyways. So I could, for example, here on my first weapon setup I have this skills and I have this weapon. On my second weapon setup, if I got it, which is the second primary attack as well, I could have a bow or a staff or whatever. And if you got, you can make builds that use both 2 different weapons. The first weapon which uses this bar and the second weapon primary attack which uses the other bar. And this way you can, which is something that I have already played and live streamed. And I have to make a build video guide to show you that build. Or you can go and watch the live streams of that build anyways. On that build, which is my single warfare mastery build, I use the primary weapon setup number 1 with a melee weapon, and I use the second primary attack with the second weapon setup on a bow. And I have warfare mastery, single warfare mastery, and I'm using both a melee weapon with skills that work with melee weapon and a bow with skills that work with the bow. And I'm going through the game like this. I attack with my primary attack that is assigned to the first weapon setup, which is the melee weapon, and whenever I go to use the bow, I change to my second weapon setup, which has the bow here, and the second bar works with the skills with the bow. You can put primary attack 1 on weapon setup 2, so you don't understand it either. Yeah, it is Psyche if you got to use 2 different weapons that don't, for example, there are some skills in Warfare Mastery that use the melee weapon, they require melee weapon. Okay, I have it on my... actually, I can load up on that character and show you now. Hello, Stavros. I'm from Greece. And I guess you are a Greek as well. I mean, from the name Stavros MP. Okay, I will defeat this boss and then I will load up that character to show you. Psyche, it is very costly, but this is if you want to make a build, a specific build that utilizes 2 different weapons. That's very good. That's something that I like very much in this game. Πώς φαίνεται ο Έλληνας? Yeah, but you didn't get it from the nose, Podiak. Play. Come on, come on! Don't crash now. Don't fuck up my stream. So, what we have here is this one. We have, this is a single warfare mastery build. I'm not using a second master, I'm using only warfare, and I'm using 9 levels, 8 levels. On the first one, this is my first weapon setup. One melee weapon. And I have the sweeping strike, which requires a melee weapon to be used, or something like that. Chuck. This first weapon setup works with this primary attack. Primary attack 1. 1. 1. So, on this specific one, primary attack, I have spent points. I have chosen specific modifiers because I wanted my melee weapon to work in a specific way. On my second primary attack, which unfortunately when you equip a different type of weapon, this one should change here to make things less confusing, because right now, on my second weapon setup, I have a bow, and it still shows the same icon as the melee weapon. But when I change here to my second one, second weapon setup, we can see the bow here and we can see the bow here. This can confuse people, they should fix it. So, now on my second primary attack, this one works with the second setup of weapon, which is this one, the bow. And I have a skill, Rain of Arrows, which is here. If I go ahead and I take the Rain of Arrows and I put it on my main first weapon setup, I have it here, but I cannot use it because this one requires a weapon, which is a specific weapon, which in this case is a bow or a ranged weapon. This is why I cannot. This is why we see it like this. So now all I have to do is to change to my second weapon setup, which has the skill available, because now this skill works with the bow. And when I change to my second weapon setup, I load, or I fast load, a bow, because, for example, if we didn't have this option here, if we had only this one, and we had this one here, to actually, during combat, change to a bow, if we wanted to do that, and attack very quickly, we wouldn't be able to do that. The only thing we would be able to do during combat would be click I, replace the bow, shut it down, and then use the skill. Which takes a lot of time. So, having two weapon setups allows you to have two different weapons with different mechanics and make a build even more in-depth, more complicated if you like, and have quick access to the skills that work only with specific weapons. In this case, the bow skill works with this one. Or if I go to this one and put it there, this one requires a melee weapon. It works with the melee weapon, but it doesn't work. This one doesn't work with melee. This one works with the bow. It doesn't work with melee weapon. And here you have it. It is to have more in-depth, more complicated builds and you know, two weapon setups for. And this is great. This actually makes, I would say, in my opinion, this is one of the features that make this game better than Titan Quest 1. In Titan Quest 1 we have two weapon setups, but we don't have the mechanic where each weapon setup is assigned to a different hotkey, to a different slot bar for skills, so that you could have more and easier access to, you know, anyways, all the synergies that you can have here, we don't have them there. So this is better in this specific subject. I hope this makes sense to you. Psyche, yeah, maybe, but this game works in a different way. Path of Exile is its own game, and it has the different mechanics. Oh, Elementalist. Dinos, if you want to play with primary attack, you can. If you don't want to play primary attack with Elementalist, don't use it. It is not necessary to use a primary attack with Elementalist. You can play Elementalist with primary attacks, or you can play Elementalist Spellcaster, or you can play Elementalist... these are the main ways you can play. Pure Spellcaster, or primary attacks, or a combination of both. Currently, because we don't have any pet builds. Yeah. We are coming close to end of today's journey. In 20 minutes, maybe, Roy.
That was gave most of mine.
Okay, 1993. Yes, finally. That's an upgrade, finally. You're using the ISR build that was good if you should... Dinos, if your build is destroying everything as is, you don't need to spend many points on primary attack, don't do that. It depends on how your build, how well your build performs. This enemy is not receiving damage. What the hell is happening? So, the RAM usage of my PC right now is stuck at 14 gigabytes and there is about 1.2 gigabytes free RAM. And the stream is not lagging, so I really don't know what the issue could be. You don't think we can transfer items between characters? We can, there is a shared stash. You cannot transfer items between hardcore and softcore characters, but you can transfer items between characters of the same type of mod. Softcore mod or hardcore mod. But to transfer items you need to buy at least one stash tab, because the original stash tab of the stash is a personal stash, but all the stash tabs that you can buy, those are not personal stashes. Those tabs are shared tabs. So to be able to share items, you will have to buy at least one stash tab.
yet. I need to wait.
Έλα ρε.
I put my faith into the barrier and the barrier was not enough. Okay. Ba ba ra bum ba bum bum. Play with Stan, welcome, thanks for the follow. Pop almost leveled up. Take a look. I need only 96 points. 96 experience I didn't level up for 96 experience points. Hello, Playgustan, how are you doing? The most annoying thing. What is the most annoying thing? Farming the skellies. Look, at least with this build it is not annoying, it is fun. Because I'm breaking bones. I'm breaking many bones. This is a melee build that uses a heavy two-headed melee weapon, which is very heavy. And it is very satisfying as well, so... Helmet. I don't got helmets with that one. Uh, 5% less cooldown duration. Not really good. Boom. Ah. It hit me, but it didn't kill me. Officers, whatever. Hello, Eric Burden. I'm okay. The stream, yeah, it is stable today. For the most part, the stream has been stable today. Haddock Bow. I'm 38. I don't have gold. I'm fucked up. I'm poor. Yeah, and now I need to go to the other boss to farm gold.
Need quality eye.
Έλα ρε, my helmet has energy reserved. Wow.
One at a time, please.
Ta-da.
If you need
So, this is the tab. If you buy this tab is a tab that it is a search tab. You can give all these items to other characters. And you can see here it says base tab is at search amongst characters. But all other tabs that you buy, you don't get that notifications. This means that these tabs are shared tabs. Do I have enough gold to activate this boss? Finding the place to reassemble gold statue. The place. Why? Have you found all pieces of the statue? Pick up items! Come on. This is the denier of destiny. I'm not going to let him breathe. Okay, now I can go sell the items and come back and continue the same process to, you know, to farm gold this way. Chan boy, yeah, because
Need quality eye.
Pierce armor. Knowledge. Da, 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 da. Check the rewards. You cannot find the spot. Let me show you. This is the spot. You come down here to the southern Farmlands waypoint. You come this way, here it is. This is where you put the statue. This is the southern Farmlands. This is the southeastern Farmlands. You come here, you come down here, and you find this. That's how you do it. Activate. Da, 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 da. Ritual successful. Dun, 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 dun. One more. One more to the floor. Dun, 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 dun. What the? For half a second there, the game stuttered, and this is why I died. Real Pendragon, welcome, thanks for the follow. Critical Rage Sleeper. Hello, Pendragon. You are the legend of the queue. You found me. Did you miss me? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I cannot pick up anything else for... Actually, throw this one down. Spolders, butches. Pick up the greaves. We have plenty of stuff to sell. You also play River first character. Oh, this is your first character ever. River is a very nice class. Hello, Vigorfield. Pyrgos Village. Go sell stuff. Ay, ay, ay.
Need quality iron.
Pierce damage, weapon attack. 2, 4, 5, 4. That's much better. More critical hit chance. Nice, upgrade. Oh, cooldown rated critical hit chance. But I would lose poison resistance. Or maybe not. 16, 2, 4, 5, 4. 17, 2, 4, 4, 0. Yeah, okay, it is 2 weapon damage, but I got more critical chance. Da, 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 da. Am I dead? Koda, don't worry. I have been into the playtest and all these things. Don't worry. I've given my feedback to the developers. You shouldn't really be worried about that. Did they listen to you? Some things I told them that I thought that would be better to do. A couple of things, yes. But actually there are a couple of things in the game right now that I could show you that I gave them my feedback and they put it inside, but I'm not going to do that because it is pointless, it doesn't really matter. What matters to me personally is that I was able to support and promote and even give ideas for some features that went into the game for the first Titan Quest game. For many years I was supporting that game. And I was able to give feedback also for Titan Quest 2. I don't know for how much longer I'll be able to do things like this, content, but and play games, but I will support Titan Quest 2 until my last days. Weapon fire damage, helmet chance, physical damage, attack speed, might. Okay, this one is 2440. Yeah, that's better. Okay, go sell. We farm this boss to get drops to sell it to make gold, and then we go to the Aristomenes boss.
Need quality iron.
4 to 3. I'm 38, almost 39. Okay, I will keep farming that boss at least till I reach level 40, and then I will level up the bosses again for one final time. The enemies, all enemies, to go up to level 45, that I'll be 40 level maximum. And then I will be farming at level 40 for items that will drop from level 45 enemies to get the best items possible for this build. Welcome to Oppa. Nice nickname. Thanks for the follow. So, guys, I'm stopping here for tonight, the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Thankfully, the stream worked fine. I'll be back on the next live stream to continue. I will probably play my hardcore build, because I have a new hardcore build I got to level up on the next live stream. So I guess I will see you then. So have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the followers. Welcome. Ban gives more XP. No, you will get more XP from the boss called Aristomenes, which is in the graveyard. Go farm that boss. Kill the skeletons of the boss instead of the boss itself. And then kill the boss itself and then restart.
Oh, dear Glaukos, what am I gonna do? Oh, dear.
Have a good week, guys, and I'll see you again very soon.